No, I'm fine. I've already got the engine started now, but yeah, thanks for driving over here anyway, though, with your ground power unit. Much appreciated. So welcome to another Just Flying episode in Japan again. This is RJFZ Tsuiki. Doesn't seem to be the most interesting airfield in the world, but it's okay. It's flat enough to use anyway, which not all of them are, so yeah, that will do for a starter for the trip. And yeah, we're going in something I virtually never fly, the default Cirrus SR22. Just checking, yeah, there we go, flaps. Yeah, just checking if we've got any in how many position settings. Let's go and have a flight. Oh crap, this is one of those things with no nose wheel steering, isn't it? So you have to use differential braking. Not the easiest thing with no feedback from my pedals. Pedals which are probably set a bit too sensitive as well, but yeah, we'll manage. Quite a nice little aircraft though, isn't it? Apart from the panel. But, yeah, we'll see. So that did look quite a long runway, didn't it? And we're only a little plane, so I'm just going to go from here, I think. I'm sure we'll get up into the air well before we get to the end of the runway, so yeah, no worries. Cool, we're away. And let's just check. Yeah. No retractable landing gear, so there we go, we're on our way. Yeah, this is a little voyage of discovery. Who knows, I may have looked at these places before during my Japan flying, but right now I don't remember them, so it kind of feels like I'm about to discover something new at least. So that was RJFZ Tsuiki. Then we're going up the coast to overfly RJFR New Kyushu. Then turn right and land at RJDC Yamaguchi Ube. It's not a big distance in total, so it shouldn't take too long. Right, so the Olympics have officially started. Now for people that know me, Olympic opening ceremonies, you would take a guess that they would be something I'd try and avoid at all costs, but actually you'd be wrong about that. I mean, okay, there's parts that are always a bit slow, but there's usually a few spectacular things, some visually impressive stuff. You often get a little insight into the host country's culture and that kind of thing. So for many years I have watched the Olympic opening ceremonies, and this year too I had the Paris ceremony on. And holy shit, that was fucking terrible. Boring, overly long-winded, confusing, no connection from one weird bit to the next weird bit. Artistic direction of the camera work that often jumped all over the place. Seriously, Paris, you excelled yourself there. I mean, who knows, you may be beaten one day, but I think you're going to remain in the #1 slot for a very long time of the most shite opening ceremony to an Olympics ever. Yeah, let's hope the sport gets a bit better. Yeah, now we're getting closer. I do remember this one, I think. not sure I've been here in X-Plane, but I remember it from my FS9 days actually, where I had a scenery for this airport and used to come here occasionally then. Can't remember much about the FS9 scenery and what it looked like, but yeah, the fact that it's this little man-made island off the coast, the general location in the country, so yeah, this is the same one. This X-Plane default version seems to be short on a few buildings. Quite a few buildings actually, but yeah, okay, so I do know what airport that one is now. Right then, let's head for our final destination. Bear with me a second. Right, yeah, oh, by the way, I have news. My spider, Aristraeus the Great, defender of the desk and resident, probably, of the cobwebby bit in the corner behind my PC where I never clean, hence the cobwebs. Legs. He seems to currently have 3 legs on one side and only 2 on the other side. Now, pretty sure that's the same guy who's been emerging from behind my desk occasionally for a couple of years, or at least it looks the same size, so I'm assuming he's the same one. I've not actually paid attention to the legs before, or specifically the number of them, but it was moving a bit funny as he crawled across the wall this time. So I'm wondering if he's been in a fight and lost some body parts. Now, as he's still here, I'm assuming he was the winner of that battle. I mean, if I got in a fight and the other guy pulled off one of my legs, but I still won, what kind of state would the loser be in? Yeah, so Aristraeus the Great, defender of the desk, looks like he may have been to war, and so we should probably add to his title. I'm thinking Aristraeus the Even Greater, continuing defender of the desk, in spite of a slight limp. Yeah, but hopefully he'll be okay, although I only tend to see him every 2 or 3 weeks, sometimes longer than that. It's not like he regularly shows up crawling across the wall, so yeah, we'll have to wait and see until next time I spot him. Or maybe don't spot him and I'll need to post the job vacancy for somebody new. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, and just in case you were wondering, by the way, Aristraeus, the name of the spider, Aristraeus was one of the lesser Greek gods, who was the god of a number of quite specific things really, such as olive growing and beekeeping, but also on that list was cheese making. And as we all know from the historically accurate documentary film The Life of Brian, blessed are the cheesemakers. Right then, it's just up ahead somewhere, not too far. Nice little harbour port kind of thing going on over there. Yeah, good sized city by the look of things, which I'm assuming is called Yamaguchi. Not ringing any bells as far as the airport goes though, so we'll have to see. Quite a lot of my Japan flying memories do come from my FS9 days, and if I didn't have a scenery for it back then I wouldn't have gone there. So with X-Plane I may have spawned here just to have a quick look, but I don't recall ever flying in or out of this place. But then again, how much would you trust the memory of a guy who lost half a tube of toothpaste recently? yeah, no idea with the plane what I should be doing with speeds or anything like that. So just kind of hand flying like most other small GA aircraft, and I'll take a guess that should be fine. And it seemed to handle like most other little single engine things so far in the journey, so yeah, fingers crossed. I'm assuming it'll land just like any other plane as well. Won't matter about the nose wheel after we land, because at least we'll have a little bit of speed to use the rudder to keep us straight until we're fairly slow, but good. Yeah, hardly any wind, so that's not playing a part. That's good. We're down. Yeah, seemed okay. That felt like another one which was a wonderful description of the word adequate. Yeah, that wasn't too bad, was it? Well, I think I can live with that. That's oh crap. Oh god, yeah, the replay does that sometimes and doesn't put you back in the same position as when you started the replay. Okay, usually it's not quite that bad, but yeah, go me, we've ended in another fireball. Great. Well, actually no, think positive. It's our very own Olympic flame in support of the city of Paris, in spite of the really shit opening ceremony they put on. Yeah, okay, I'll see you soon.